Hi, it's Carolyn, the Contest Queen. I am so excited. You probably can't tell, but I figured out how to use my DSLR, oldish DSLR camera to improve the picture. So I'm one step closer to my goal of updating all my computer equipment and video equipment to make this whole setup better. So I'm very excited. Also, I am sitting in a new chair. Not that anybody can tell, but it is so comfortable. This is what I saved. This is what the hobby of contesting is about. So I had goals to upgrade everything. And my chair, I couldn't, when I leaned back, this one, when I sit up straight, it actually is against my back. I'm so excited. And then if I lean back, I actually have head sport. I just can't sit there and do the show like this. But it's so comfy. The seat is totally different. So this is what one of the great things about contesting is that you can improve your life in really practical ways that just make everyday life so much better, because I spend so much time at my desk writing and promoting and videoing and all the stuff that I do, that this is a huge benefit for me. So that's why this hobby is so fantastic. So this is my monthly sweepstakes Q&A. And I didn't have any specific questions sent in, but there were some topics that I wanted to talk about. And also, if you have any questions, post them in the comments, because I'm live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So wherever you're watching from, and you make post a question, I will see it. And I wouldn't be the contest queen if I didn't have prizes. So of course I give away my favorite thing that I have, books. So you have your choice now. I'm determining, after doing all the different types of giveaways on here, the best way to for me to do drawings is just to do them on Facebook, because of how YouTube is and Twitter. It's just much easier for me to do drawings from Facebook. So I just give away the prize on the Facebook, but you can watch anywhere. But if you want to be in to win, go leave a comment on Facebook. It only takes one to win. So Helene's book, In Contact with Other Realms, her other book, The Name It and Claim It Game, and my last book, How to Win Cash, Cards, Trips, and More, the winner gets to pick whichever one they want. Because I know some people have already have one of them, so they would want a different one. So the first thing I want to talk about is, and I have this in my book, it's a sweeper's profile. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to go live on Instagram too. So let me just go through on Instagram and just put that up there. Now I ran out of, I did learn something today. I need another tripod, because I have one for the light, one for the camera, and the other camera used to sit on the computer because it had like a little clip, but now I got nothing for the phone. So I'm going to go live on Insta. And where do you go live? This is not easy anymore. Oh yeah, it's over here. I haven't been on live on Insta in a while. That's not fun. Okay, so I'm just going to throw it up here. I'm just going to lean it on the microphone. I did improve my microphone. So hopefully, one of the things people have been telling me is they couldn't hear me on my videos. So I'm hoping that my new microphone is making this much easier. And I do follow one marketing fellow on TikTok, and he says that to him, sound is the most important, even though it's a video platform, and this is a video platform, and all these things are video, that sound is the most important thing. So hopefully the sound is good and you can hear me. Oh, excellent. Thank you for Sarah for the update. The problem is I have the equipment. I don't know how it is live, and you can't really check. It's kind of weird, because if I did check, it would just echo. So thanks. This is one of the things I like about the sweepstakes communities. We really help each other out, and I'm really excited. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, I'm going to bounce around a little. I feel a little like a ping pong ball today. I bought my ticket to the annual National Sweepstakes Convention for 2022. So I'm very excited about that. I have not been to a convention since 2016 when it was in Las Vegas, because different things happened. So in 2017, I was in California, and I ran a mini with one of my friends. And then 2018, I was moving, so there was no way I could go. And then 2019, I had won a trip in 2018. We took it 2019, and then we went to a friend's wedding. And of course, I had no travel budget left at that point. And I will talk about that. Even when you win a trip, it's a cheap trip, not a free trip. And then I turned around, and of course, we know what happened last year. And this year, I wanted to go, but there was travel restrictions where I live. So I figured, okay, so if you buy your ticket before July 31st, it's only $250. Now, there are upgrades and the hotel and everything, but you don't have to do that at this minute. You have almost a whole year to get your upgrades. You can get your upgrades later. If it's not in your budget, just get your convention ticket. And this week I've been super busy, but I'm going to book my hotel room too. And I think I've got a friend from Ottawa coming, so there's going to be 2 Canucks there. And hopefully, if there's going to be more Canadians, for whoever's there, we're going to get, my daughter's been doing my logos. I'm going to get her to create a design. I think it's going to be, we're going to be called the Contesting Canucks. And we'll have red shirts with white and some white shirts with red. And we'll all the Canadians will hang out together. So that would be a lot of fun. So if any other Canadians are out there that want to come, hit me up, and we'll make sure everyone has matching shirts and stuff. It will be so much fun. I'm so excited. So I will be getting upgrades because I haven't been to a convention in a long time. I don't think I'm going to get a vendor table because I do want to spend all my time socializing. So the vendor table does take away from that. It's been great other years, but if you're going every year, it's not, having a vendor table doesn't really detract from the socializing. But when you haven't been since I haven't been in so long, I definitely don't want to take away from that social time. So Michael said, this is where the winners hang out. Hey, all. I know, I'm so excited. The convention's going to be fun. So what I've done is, if you go to my website and you click on resources, and you can click on meet fellow sweepers or meet fellow contesters, you will click on sweepstakes conventions. Maybe I'll just put the link in here. I'll just put the NH 2020 vision. Okay, let me just pull up the website. I can put the website in the chat. I didn't think about that. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and it'll take you right there. What they did was they reused the last convention website. Really smart, actually. And it's now called Double Vision, because what happened was, I feel so bad for the people that were running it last year. So what happens usually is the conventions move from place to place. And every year it's different. So the first year I went, it was in Moline, Illinois. And then it went to Phoenix, Arizona. Then it went to Detroit, Michigan. Then it moves around all over the country. I've been to Salt Lake City, Utah. I've been to Atlanta, Georgia. We've been to Orlando, Florida. We've been to Boston, Massachusetts. We've been everywhere. And so it was in Manchester, New Hampshire. And then this year it was back in Phoenix, which I was really sad I couldn't go. But because it ended up being virtual for Manchester, instead of taking it to a different city, and you have to remember, this is all done by volunteers. So it's sweepstakes clubs and volunteers that run the whole convention. Nobody gets paid to run a convention. so they decided that as a community, they were going to give it back to Manchester, New Hampshire to give them another chance because they missed out. I mean, through no fault of their own. So it's going to be back. And so they're calling it 2022 Double Vision, which is kind of funny because originally it was 2020, like 2020 Vision. So now they're calling it Double Vision. It's really cute. So it's going back there now. 2023 hasn't been decided. Normally it's already decided. But I think it's a toss-up between a cruise or somewhere on land. And I think they're talking Nashville. Please don't quote me on any of this because none of that's in stone. But it looks like it's going to go somewhere there. Or I wouldn't even mind if it went back to Texas. Oh my gosh, San Antonio, Texas was so fun. That was 2008. I'd go to anywhere in Texas again. I think I'm a closet cowgirl. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'm live streaming Instagram over here. So if you have any questions on Instagram, post them. However, my prizes that I'm giving away are on Facebook. So you at least have to go to Facebook and just leave one comment. At least one comment, because I do a random draw. I use comment picker, and then I screenshot the name, and I congratulate them, and then they pick something, and I toss it in the mail. So that's how that works. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the convention. I'm so excited about that. I know, right? You know what I look forward to the most? Hugging people so much. I really want to hug everybody. So I'm hoping it'll be safe enough to hug everybody. The second thing I want to talk about is my anniversary. Now, I'm not married, so it's not a wedding anniversary. It's my sweepstaking anniversary. And I feel kind of stupid because in 2008, it was my 2018. So it was my 10th anniversary of blogging. And then in 2019, super lucky Di, who's known as Di Koch, who's in the UK, she did her 10th anniversary of blogging. She was 1 year after me. And then I went, oh my God, that is so brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? I missed my chance to do my blogging anniversary in 2018 and having prizes and celebrate my anniversary of this website not even the website. The website I had since 2005. So in 2015, I missed that 10th anniversary. Well, this year is my 20th anniversary of sweepstaking. And for some reason, the actual date sticks in my head. August 11th was when I was reading Reader's Digest at home about a couple that entered sweepstakes as a hobby and would win things to enhance their lifestyle. And I thought, what a great idea. I don't have to work. I'll just win stuff because I was unemployed at the time. It doesn't work that way. It so doesn't work that way. Oh my God. Right? I don't know how I thought it would work that way. Anyway, yeah, that's just really funny. So, it works out perfectly because August, if I go from August 11th to August 31st, that's 20 days. So 1 day for every year. So I'm in the process of contacting a bunch of people, a bunch of different sponsors and different companies to donate prizes to give away. I already have some from Michael Loge, and I'm pairing them up with some lucky things. So I've got some law of attraction prizes to give away. How exciting are these? Like, look at this. Like, I'm going to give away a law of attraction notebook with one of his books. And that'll just be like 1 day. And then I'm going to have, of course, giving away my own stuff. And then I already have a couple of the sweepstakes companies that donated prizes. See, I get talking too fast and now I'm coughing. See, that's what happens when I get too excited. I shouldn't go so quickly. But that's the problem with this hobby, right? We just get all excited and we just the excitement of it. So, I read an ad. Oh, Susan said this. Oh, I've got to show this. Susan says, I read an ad in the Penny Saver newspaper, and there was a coupon group starting. Turns out many of them were sweepers. That was spring of 1995. Never looked back. Ooh. Yeah, so you started a little bit before me. I had always kind of entered, but I really started entering just before my daughter was born, like the year before my daughter was born. And that's when I really started. I kind of caught mail-ins at the tail end for... There's still some mail-ins, but not like there used to be. Like, not like there was in the past. Hang on, I'm just going to grab my water. Oh, forget 12 Days of Christmas. It's about 20 days of Contest Queen, right? So I'm going to have prizes from all kinds of places. It's going to be fun. And, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm even going to give away some of my own swag. Like, I got my daughter to make... where's the sticker? The I'm Lucky and the spec, from Helene. Select it, project it, expect it, collect it. So these are the sticker versions, but I'll give away some of my own t-shirts and mugs and things, and I'll let people pick their sizes. So if the winner's a woman, she can get either a man's t-shirt or a woman's t-shirt in whatever size. And that way it'll be custom. And that way you don't have to worry about, I'm going to get I'm a petite woman with a men's extra large t-shirt that I won't get to wear. Don't worry, I got you covered. So we're going to do that. And it's great because I just order it and it gets drop shipped to your house, just as if you'd ordered it yourself. So I'll be giving that away. And for examples, I'll show what I ordered some for myself so I can, demo it. So I think that's, yeah, right, Bill? Less than 12 months away. So exciting for the convention. So we're going to have that. So we got the convention going. We got the 20 days of giveaways. Oh my God, I can't believe it, right? 20 years I've been doing this. So I thought, I'm not letting this one pass. I've got this one. The last thing is, and it's funny. I tell people what to do, and then sometimes I don't follow my own advice. Yeah, of course. I talk about social media profiles. Do I actually have it? I don't know if it's in this book or I started writing it in my next book. But one of the things that I talk about, so here, I'm going to read you what I wrote, and then I didn't follow it. Your profile. I recommend you complete your profile on every social account you own. It gives your account a credibility, which is appealing to sponsors. They do not want to be giving away prizes to eggs, color bars, or silhouettes. The default, avatar. If you don't want to use a picture of your face, pick something happy and real in your life, like your pet, flowers from your garden, your sports car. Cartoons or nothing at all will make your account feel fake. And actually, I'm even going to revise that for this edition that I'm writing now, that it should be you if possible. So if you don't want to show your face and you have a pet, you snuggle them with your pet, you're only going to see part of your face. They won't really see it's you, but it'll look like it's a real account. You know what I mean? That I know someone that did one with their hat and a silhouette with the sun bouncing off their face. It looked really pretty, like a rainbow, but it made it feel like more real. Be sure to complete all areas, including the banner, avatar, description. I would avoid putting sweeper, winner, contest, comper, etc., as it may make you appear greedy. So the reason you don't want to leave it blank now is you will look like a bot. You won't look like a real account. And companies don't want to give away to empty accounts. They want to announce winners and sometimes show, the images or tag that person depending on the sweepstakes. And if you're blank, that doesn't look good on the sponsor. They want real people, real fans, real customers, real supporters to be winning. And then having the word sweeper, winner, conster, comper. Yeah, they don't, I know they're not supposed to do this, but that's still a myth that I'm trying to break in the marketing industry. But if they see you as a greedy sweeper, they're just not going to give you the prize. So using your name or a nickname or something, like, Snugglecat123 or something. Oh yeah, somebody's probably going to have that handle. I have no idea what it is. I just made it off the top of my head. But you know what? Something that relates to you, something that you love. Like if you also have a hobby, you like photography, or you like cars, or you like baking, or you like, put that in there. That said, those words are all included in my profiles as I use them for both work and play, but my profiles are written as a business account, not a personal one. And I believe it hinders me and reduces my chances of winnings. Legally, it shouldn't, but who's to say a marketing manager doesn't like who I am and draws another name? So I have decided to finally change that because I was entering some very, very, very low entry sweepstakes and I didn't win. And I am 100% positive it's because I had Contest Queen. So I'm like, that's it. I need to do what all the other sweeping companies do, and that's have, I'm sorry, I just spotted Bill's comment. This is way too funny. He says, I need to Photoshop some hair in my head for my profile pic. No, because now everybody can rub your head for luck at the convention. Oh my God, I'm going to start something. But yeah, every other sweepstakes, aggregate and thing, and the companies, they're all, they keep the business account and their personal entry account separate and have done for years. And I've just never done it. Partly because I have so many accounts and I run not only my own, but for clients. So there's so many social accounts. I just didn't want to add one more layer. But after that frustration, I decided it's time. I really need to do it. So I'll be entering on my personal accounts, and I'm going to be doing what I normally do on my business account. So promoting articles, teaching, sharing sponsor giveaways, right? I just posted one that goes till August 19th. You can win a Mac laptop book from ESET, a MacBook Pro, there's a mouthful, from ESET, the security company, which is actually, they're in my book, coincidentally, because sadly, whether you sweepstake or not, let's see, I have a whole chapter on Play Safe, but I think I changed it in this new book called To Stay Safe. And you have to protect yourself. Like it, and people say to me all the time, well, I don't want to do that because I'm going to get so much spam and people are going to rank. First of all, my boyfriend actually gets more spam than I do. It has nothing to do with entering sweepstakes. You have to protect your computer. You have to protect your accounts. Doesn't matter whether you're sweepstaking or not. And I've said that for years, and this proves it. Right? So you need to protect your computers. And so, yeah, actually I have them in here. So there's the things you have to protect yourself against are spam, malware, viruses, spyware, adware, ransomware. Yeah, scary. And then I have a list of the top packages out there. I've got to check them all. Some of them are very robust. And I put everything always in my book. Oh, someone says, should I get rid of... Well, that's a really convoluted handle. Yeah, maybe. Can you change it? Just easily change it? Here's what I found out when I changed my email. And I think it's going to have the same kind of overlap. So the reason I'm so good at all this stuff is because I made every mistake under the book. So I started contesting using my business account, my business email. I owned a small business and I was using my business email to contest. Oh my God, that was such a huge mistake. Once I realized this was a very bad idea, I opened up just a generic, free account. I use Yahoo. I also happen to have Gmail, but I use that one more for business. But just a Yahoo account. Some people have Hotmail, some people have AOL, some people have Gmail, whatever your preference is, doesn't matter. But I just opened up a free account and just use my name, something simple. Some people use nicknames, or you use the same handle. Use your same handle, whatever. And they, it keeps it simple, and it keeps it separate from everything else. So you're not getting constant notifications in with, the family email chain about the birthday party, on the weekend, or tied in with your work email like I did. So now you're looking for, client information in amongst all the sweepstakes, emails that you subscribe to and notifications. It's really good to keep everything separate, personal, sweepstakes, business, just have different accounts. You can match it to your handle, or you can just use your name, or you can do a variation, or you can use a nickname. The simpler, the better, because you have to type it out a lot and you don't want to make mistakes, depending on your how you organize your sweepstakes. I use RoboForm, so it cuts down on typos, which actually sponsors like. I've actually talked to some sponsors, and they prefer if somebody uses an autofiller. That's not considered a robotic entry. A robotic entry is when it just churns through and does it automatically for you. There used to be companies, like my first book came out, like this was almost 20 years ago. There was companies that you could pay, and they would just take your information and submit it to hundreds of contests. But it wasn't as sophisticated back then, and they wouldn't change the URL or anything, or IP address. So I even had some sponsors call me and say, hey, do you know this person? They submitted 20,000 entries into our sweepstakes. I'm like, no. And they could tell, and they immediately disqualified everybody. Yeah, you think? You can't be cheating. They have all the data. They can see the list. They know when people are cheating, and they can pull that data out. It's called dedupe. And what they do is they go and unduplicate entries, and then they fix it. Yeah, that's my email. I can close it down. Okay, so don't close it down. Okay, so here's what you do. You don't close it down, you shift. You can eventually close it down, but here's what it's going to take you probably about 6 months, believe it or not. So what you're going to do is you're going to open a new email, set up all your new accounts, and then you're going to start entering sweepstakes, say, from today with the new one. But you've already been entering with the old one. So just start with the new one, even if you're entering the same sweepstakes. No, that's not true. Some say 1 email per person. So yeah, if you change your email on those ones, it's going to screw you up. So only start entering new sweepstakes with the new address, and all your old sweepstakes with the old address. So you have to be very diligent on what you're doing. And then you'll eventually get to the point where there's no more old sweepstakes. They've all kind of timed out, so to speak. They've all finished, and then you'll only be entering new ones. So there's going to be quite a bit of overlap. And then it does take time. I did it years ago. It took me 6 months before I had 100% nothing from the old one and only on the new one. It's kind of like moving, right? If you move, it takes you time to start getting all the stuff to the new place. So it's like that. But just start. So have, 2 folders and just start keeping track, old and new. And then and then eventually this one will empty out, and then you'll only have in the new. So if you use folders for your sweepstakes, say you have, a daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, however you have it sorted out, instants, favorites, whatever, start doing them. Someone says, I do everything by hand. No little robots. I'm very tired. Yeah. Why aren't you even using the autofill in Google? That's still faster than, so he says, sorry, don't talk about moving. I'm so computer literate. How to go send different emails using one computer? You you just do. You can just, so it depends. I would just go pick another platform. So if you say your one email is Gmail, just go open up a Yahoo one. So you just open up your browser, type in Yahoo, set up a new account. Or you can use one that comes with your internet provider. A lot of times they'll provide you with an email address. So you could use, AT&T or Verizon, or if you're in Canada, you could use Rogers or Bell. They usually have free ones with your accounts too. So there's lots of choices. You can do that. So I separate. So I actually do have a blog post. If you want to, go to my blog. I have lots of things. I didn't mention this earlier. If you want to learn about the conventions, go to my blog. I have a post about what to expect at a convention. If you want to, I haven't announced anything yet on my website. I'm going to do it August 1st because it's going to start August 11th. That'll give people kind of a heads up. And I send out my newsletter on the 1st, and my next newsletter is on the 15th. So I'm going to announce my anniversary giveaways starting on August 11th in the newsletter and on my blog and all that stuff. So that's going to be there. So that's the there. And then also, if you want to learn about your emails or moving, like if you're anything you have to change, if you go to my website and you look, there's a little magnifying glass on the far right of the menu bar. If you click on that and type in a keyword, it will pull up every post I've done. I've been blogging since 2008. So there's a lot of information on my website about pretty much any sweepstakes topic you want. So, oh, I love you. I'd roll the world. Well, I roll my little kingdom. You know what I'm seeing on TikTok? There's all these women that wear crowns. And I'm starting to think I should get one. But I had a plastic one that I wore when I was on the cover of Marketing Magazine. The PR woman I knew, she goes, "Don't you ever do that again if you want to be taken seriously." And I was like, but there's so many people that do that. Oh, someone here on Instagram says autofill doesn't work all the time depending on the contest. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons I like the RoboForm, because more often than not it works. But sometimes it doesn't work either. There's been the odd one. It doesn't work either. Oh, Lisa says, I have a crystal one. Right? So there's a woman on TikTok, and all she does is collect crowns. And then I've seen other creators wearing them when they're feeling like queens, and I'm thinking, maybe I need to get in on this crown trend. Oh, you gotta wear a shamrock crown. Oh, Bill, you are just as smart. Bill has, you might not know this, Bill, I did a live stream with Bill, and he owns Sweeping Up Sweepstakes. And then last week he was doing a live stream unboxing that I wanted to watch, and I started it, and I was like, hey, I'm here. And then my client called, and we ended up on a 2-hour call, and I totally missed it, and I've been busy and I haven't watched it. But I saw his picture of his prizes, and it was so funny. He won all these like wonky pop figures. I love weird prizes. They're so fun. I love things that are slightly weird. Like, I don't know. Oh, you can't see it in here. But I have a little, I don't want to get up because I'm kind of squishing. Maybe I can reach him. Yeah, I can. This is like one of my favorite things that we won. This is a Travelocity gnome. I'm going to show it over here on Instagram. And it's a real Travelocity gnome. We did not win the trip. They had the 12-inch version. This is like a little 8-inch one. And then they had the big, like 2-foot one for your garden. I love him. I used to watch The Amazing Race all the time. I loved it. And I so wanted the big one. I can't put him in the garden, though. He would totally get wrecked. And, but, where else are you going to own one of these, right? Oh yeah, Lisa says she remembers that sweep, right? And I'm positive it had something to do with the Amazing Race because it was a Travelocity gnome. And then I had also won. This is the problem with getting a divorce. I had to leave some of my good prizes behind because we split stuff. It was like, damn it. I had won. Who remembers Lara Croft Tomb Raider? And she was going after these figurines. They looked like, those terracotta warriors from China. But this one was made out of cement, and it stood about, I don't know, yay high. Oh, you can't see me on the screen. How am I supposed to do this? Anyway, it was about 1.5 feet, and he was gorgeous. And so the trade-off was I took the Travelocity gnome, and he kept the Lara Croft Tomb Raider statue. And then he had also won. Damn, he had won it in his name. Otherwise, I would have took it. He won the biggest beanbag chair I've ever seen from Dr. Pepper, and it was an instant win. It was awesome, huge. And we used to have this gas fireplace, and it was in the middle of the living room, the family room floor. So we used to, every once in a while, different ones of us would crash in it and watch TV. I used to love just plunking in it and sitting in front of the fireplace. It was so good. Yeah, so that's, sometimes the best stuff is you use it all the time. Oh, you're still waiting for the gnome to show up at your house? That's funny. But yeah, the weird prizes are the best. That's what I like about this hobby. Plus, you get to do things. I really remind people that it enhances your hobby, your lifestyle. It doesn't replace it. Like I can't pay my rent with it. I can't pay my car payment with it. It could fill my tank with gas if I won free gas or gas cards, but that's not going to be forever. I can win grocery gift cards. That's fantastic, but that's also not forever. So it really just enhances your life. And so when I was saying that I'd won a free trip, but it wasn't a cheap trip. So we had won 4 days, 3 nights to Universal Studios with some spending money. And what happened was I knew that meant we were going to travel on one of the park days. And I'm like, no, I don't want to waste the park day to travel. So I said to Universal Studios right away, can I extend the trip? And they went, absolutely, because they're happy to have you spend money on their resorts. So what I did was I booked it for 6 days, 5 nights. So they put 3, and then I paid for 2 out of my own pocket because I figure we're already there. Like, when can we afford this? And then I asked her, this is a good tip, I asked her to put us on the very first flight out on the day we were leaving and the last flight out on the day we were coming home, because that way we would get the most on the Sunday and the least and the maximum amount of time on the Friday, right? So, because you can just travel at night and come home and sleep, you don't care. So what that does is, so on the Sunday, that gave us the whole afternoon in Florida. And then that gave us park days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when there was less people in the parks, because the weekends are busier, because then we could travel anytime. We took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I had promised my daughter that if I ever want a trip to Disney, the first thing we'd do is Animal Kingdom, because when she was 10, we took her for her 10th birthday, but we never made it to Animal Kingdom because there's so much to see at Disney. So I promised her Animal Kingdom. So I thought, well, we're already there. So I just bought Animal Kingdom tickets for the day. And thanks to Tom Cavalli, who has the best, he's a Disney, he lives there, and he's a Disney park pass holder. And so he knew all the ins and outs. He told us what time to be at the park, what tickets I should be buying. He gave me all the ins and outs. Such a good friend. See, this is the other thing. I would never have met him as a friend had I not been entering sweepstakes. And he totally made that trip that I won, because he came, he gave us all the right advice on what to get. And then he hung out with us in the park. Like, we had so much fun with him, and I never would have met him if I didn't win sweepstakes. And honestly, I think some of the friendships I've made are priceless. Like, they're better than some of the prizes, because prizes, expire. But he just made that whole trip win, even took us up one more level, so much better. And then the Friday we hung out. So, we ended up spending more money because I paid for 2 nights hotel and I paid for Disney. And then, of course, we had to buy souvenirs, and then we're eating out. I mean, the trip money only lasts for so long because there's 4 of us and we're all eating. So it, right? Right? And even Klondike's Cone Zone. Oh, I saw some of the Americans. We didn't have the sweepstakes. It was such a brilliant, I love smart promotional pricing. It looked like an upside down ice cream cone, but it was one of those chair swings and you could just sit in it. Oh my, and it was brilliant. It was so done up. It looked like an upside down ice cream cone. You could sit in it and it could hang like if you had a big pergola or a basement maybe from your rafters or, a big tree or something, you could hang it. This is really cool. Right? Yeah, see, I totally agree. Contesting enhances my life. All the things I've won have been an exciting tool. You know what I won today? I'm so excited. We haven't been in, a year and a half because they all disappeared. My daughter and I are going to a movie. We won movie passes. We haven't done movie passes in forever. Like, I'm so excited. It's crazy how excited. It's like you've been on a diet and now you get to have some ice cream or something and you're so excited because you're going to have some sweets. Yeah, we're going to a movie. I'm just so excited. Just her and I, we haven't been, it's good to have some, mom-daughter time. She said, did you win any other tickets, Mom? We can't leave George at home. I'm like, no, that's okay. Sometimes it can just be us, oh my God, Jimmy Buffett. Oh, congratulations. We love Jimmy Buffett. That's going to be a fantastic show. Oh my God, Margaritaville. Right? He is Margaritaville. And yeah, this is the fun part of the hobby. And, movie passes, we could just go buy movie tickets. It's not expensive to go to the theater, but it's the whole winning of it and we're excited. And I believe it's a preview because we're going on Wednesday. And I think it opens on Friday. So it's a preview screening, which nobody's had in forever. And it's at the downtown. I'm so excited. I'm really excited about this. Oh, that's funny. Diet, did I eat that? Yeah, it's funny how excited I got when movie passes because it's not, I didn't win a trip. Or I didn't win but I felt as excited as if I had won a trip because I haven't done it in so long. Like we haven't gone anywhere. I said, we're eating. Normally, I'm really super frugal and sometimes I'll pack my own snacks because I just can't spend. I said, we've got gift cards. We are using them. We are eating full on movie popcorn, drinks, candy, the works. We're going for it. So, right? Movie tickets are always fun to win. At one point, we had gone to the Science Center. Oops, I just froze there. I don't know why my camera keeps doing that. I still might have to upgrade my camera, but at least I'll do that here. Anyway, we had won tickets to the Science Center, and we had special tickets to go see their IMAX screening of, a documentary of something. There were so many fascinating ones we saw. Anyway, her friend, we had extra tickets, so we brought one of her friends with us, and he was surprised. She says, well, Mom, when was the last time we paid for a movie? I go, I don't know. I don't think we had. I don't remember ever paying for a movie. Oh, can you imagine a cruise with sweepers? It would be amazing. So 2 things on the cruise. The cruise was not inexpensive. When they held it in 2017. And it had a couple of problems. I think it was on Rosh Hashanah, and it was the first week of hurricane season, and it was really expensive. By the time I would have paid for my cruise and all my registration and tickets and everything, I could have taken me and George to a 5-star resort, all inclusive for a week. So I'm like, I can't, that's just too much. I can't afford that. That's crazy. So if it's really that expensive again, there's no way I'd be going on a cruise, because it was, and you had to have a roommate. Like, you couldn't just book one. You and your friend had to book at the same time to guarantee that you're both in the same room. So, and I don't think they had a lot of people on that cruise. I don't know how many went, but I heard there wasn't a lot of people. Like, I think maybe there was 300. That's really small. So yeah, I love all those life experience things. So Dee wants to know, how do I win? Okay. I wrote a whole book. Like, seriously, I know I'm being a little bit I'm being a little snarky here, but seriously, this book is 220 pages. It's 6x9. There is a lot of info in here. Everything from where to find legitimate sweepstakes, to how to enter on social media, to how to read the rules. Like, there's just resources. And then I'm working on prizes everywhere, but I'll talk about that in a second. Oh, Bill says, I'm going on 4 cruises thanks to great offers from my casino and the casinos on cruise lines. Well, maybe the casinos should get one of the casinos to manage it, because honestly, when the sweepers did it, it was so expensive. I couldn't afford it. And I think that's why it was so small. Oh, I can book the cruise. I'm a travel agent. I've been on 24. Ooh, we should put you in touch with all the convention people. Right? Yeah, who knows? Yeah, always read the rules. Thank you. Oops. Colleen. Yeah, that's my number one tip. Oh, Lucky Bill, 24 cruises. I've never been on a cruise. So we'll see what happens with that. Oh, she says, Bill, I need to introduce you to my bestie. She loves cruising. I think Bill's single, so this is we might be doing sweeper dating. Oh my God, what did I just start? Okay, so we have now I lost my train of thought. So I don't know where the next convention is, but it could be a cruise. That's why I didn't go on the cruise, because it just was way out of my budget. So I'm actually hoping that the 2023 one is in Nashville. If it's a cruise, I'll wait and see. If it's affordable, I'll go. If it's in my budget, sure, I'll go. But if it's not, anyway, we'll see what happens. So let's see. I covered the convention. I covered my upcoming sweepstakes bonanza anniversary jubilee. I don't know what we're going to call it. And then I covered that I finally took my own advice, and I'm only teaching and promoting on Contest Queen, and I'm entering sweepstakes on my own platform. However, you can tag me in any sweepstakes you want, and you get an entry. Okay, so over here on Instagram, we have loves. Do you ever give up on a contest if you haven't won in years? I just keep trying and feel discouraged. You mean one particular brand that keeps hosting the same sweepstakes over and over and give up? Or you've just been doing it a long time and you never win anything? That's a good question, right? So while I'm waiting for them to answer me, I will say this. So for example, Dave Lackey, who hosts global giveaways, he used to host them every day, but with the pandemic, he shifted it to twice a week. On social, and then he does his blog ones, and he does his exclusive ones, things like that. So I enter for him all the time, and I win about I want to say once a year, but I think it's a little less than. Is it less than once a year where it's more than a year? So. But what's funny is I call him my my perfume boyfriend. So, it's usually the man in your life that buys you perfume, like at Christmas or something. And my ex used to buy me perfume, but then when we split up, I didn't have. Then I won some perfume from Dave, and then almost when the bottle ran out, I won perfume again from Dave, and it seems to be a trend. I don't know how the universe does it, but every time I'm about to run out of perfume, and I work from home. I don't wear perfume every day. Just as I'm going to run out of perfume, I win perfume from Dave. So he is my perfume boyfriend. And I won from him a few months ago, just a beautiful scent. Actually, it was the men's cologne. And I'm like, oh, I like that. I'm keeping it for me. It's the Versace. Oh my God, it smells so good. I wear it. Okay, so Contest Fest. Yeah, we can't call it Con Fest. That sounds too weird. Well, yeah, I just won the movie tickets today. I'm so excited. We get to go on Wednesday, Lane and I. So for those ones, I enter all the time for a whole year, and I might win once a year, just a little over a year. Right. So Shannon says, I want a Burberry eyeshadow palette from Dave. Right. Yeah. Spread out. So then we have, someone says on Instagram, when you do a live video, you need to dress the part, robe, specter, and crown. I always thought that when Ellen was doing her stuff and she used to do these contests, I thought she should hire me to go and do that. And then I would have the robe and the crown and everything, but the crown jewel would be Ellen's face. And I would go and because she would send her interns to knock on people's doors and announce they were contest winners and stuff. And I thought, no, I should be doing it. I'm the contest queen. I'd show up with the specter and the crown and the whole thing, and Ellen's face on that, and maybe on the scepter too. And yeah, that would be totally fun. But she never hired me. Okay, someone says, on Instagram, do you have a tally of your average Willy wins? Yes and no. So I used to track them. And then when I was going through the divorce, I was kind of miserable and I wasn't winning as much. And I'm going to talk about that in I'm changing my attracting luck chapter to being lucky, because it's an inside job. You're not attracting something from the outside. It's something you inherently are. And that's what attracts in the prizes. You become the prize magnet. God, does that make any sense? See, I got to hash this out. I have the concept in my head, but I need to figure out how to get it on paper. So when I wasn't as happy, because I was going through the divorce, carried a lot of sadness. I was still positive, but I wasn't, as bubbly. And I kind of had the thought in my head, I'm not going to win a trip till I'm really happy. And sure enough, after I've been with George a bit, boom, won my first trip in 10 years. So I knew. But when I was miserable, I didn't track anything because I'm like, I wasn't really winning anything. And then in 2019, I had a really good year with lots of instants. I'm like, damn, why didn't I track? So 2020, I started tracking. I was so excited. And then the pandemic hit and everything went blank. And I'm like, and I stopped tracking, and I didn't track this year either. And I should have. So I figure somewhere in the 10, last year was dismal because of the pandemic. So I'm lucky if I won $5,000 in prizes for the whole year. And then this year might be a little bit better. Maybe 10. We'll see how it pans out. I mean, we're only in July. I could win a car. I could win a car and blow the whole thing up. I'm a prize magnet and a chick magnet. Oh, right? Lisa says, I love Ellen. And Cheryl said, I saw Ellen when she was in Toronto. Oh, see? I won so much and I've only been sweeping too much. Actually, see, it doesn't take. So there's a story. I have it, I think, in one of my other books. There's a woman. Maybe I should read. Let me see if I can find it. She won a car. Can you believe this? She won a car the first. Maybe I have my attracting luck chapter. She won a car on the first contest she ever entered. So there was I gotta find it, but she goes to the bank. The bank is having a sweepstakes, and they filled out one ballot. Like really, like one ballot. And she gets a call from the bank, and I think she came home and there was a voicemail, on their answering machine. This was a long time ago. So there's a voicemail on her answering machine. Yeah, I can't find it right away. There was a voicemail on her answering machine, and it was the bank calling. They thought, oh no, it's the bank. Like when the bank calls, you're like, oh great, now what's going on at the bank? Like what's up with my accounts? And so they're like, you have to come down to the bank. So they're like, oh no. So they go down to the bank. Turns out she won a car. First contest, one time only, boom, wins a car. So you can totally win huge out of the gate. Actually, if you go to my website and click on the 5 steps to begin winning, at the bottom of the first step is a spreadsheet to track your wins. And I have all the errors. I'm reading Bill's thing here. Bank error in your favor, collect a car. It's got all the fields. So you've got like date. So I have everything from date that you won it, who you won it from, what you won, if you've received it, how you won it. And the reason I put that in there was it online? Were you on your phone? And then breaking it down, was it social media? Was it the radio? Was it a texting? And the reason you want to do that is you can start to see a pattern. So if you're entering Twitter, and this will go back to Sue's question, loves to save's question. If you are entering Twitter all year long, and then you look at the spreadsheet and all you see is Facebook, text, for example, you're like, well, then don't waste any more time on Twitter. Focus on where you're winning. But it might be the other way around, or you might see an even mix throughout the whole thing, like, oh, I got a pretty balanced hobby. So it's a great way to track where you spend your energy and what's benefiting you. Does that make sense? So that's another reason to win. That's why my wins really went down in 2020, because what I was really good at winning in 2019 was 2 things. I was winning a lot of instants from the pin code contest. Well, they all disappeared. There's only Canada Dry left. And I did okay last year. I won a mini Keurig, a big Keurig, and my daughter won a headset, which was perfect timing because her headset had just died. And then I made the poor kid wait until all the prizes were there, and I did an unboxing video. So it sat in the house for 3 days. Meanwhile, her poor headset is still disintegrating. She's such a good sport. And so she won a headset because it was 1 prize per person. So once one person had won, I started entering the other person, and she won the perfect prize. It was perfect for her. She's over 18, thankfully. I can enter her in all the sweepstakes. So we didn't do too bad. And so that, that was really good. And then I was really good at winning. George and I, all the time, we were on another date. It was great. I really missed that part of the hobby. We were going to see this concert, and then we'd go to this event, and then we'd have tickets to this thing, and then we'd go to that thing. And it was so much fun. Every time we were like, oh, date night, Thursday night, we're going on date night. We got tickets to, whatever. And we go out, we have a good time. Loved it. And of course, that all changed. And so it's slowly coming back. So hopefully where I was good at winning, I called them the locals. Well, I didn't name them. That's what they are. And the pin code, that's where I was really excelling. But again, that's why it's really good to see where people are winning. See, Cher saying, where do most people win? Well, that's the thing, right? Everybody wins different places. See, Ashley, wait, I just saw this. Ashley saying she's doing well on Instagram. Instagram's okay for me. Like one year I won, oh my God, the nicest Roots jacket. I really needed a new winter coat too. And I won when they came out with the new puffy one, I won one of them. Oh my God, it was so fantastic. And I even got my size. They basically told me to go let them know what size and color. So I went into the store and I tried them all on and I found the one I wanted. And then I messaged them back and said, I want this size and this color. And they sent it to me. It was perfect. Oh, yeah. Ashley says she won the Frito-Lay cooler last week. Oh, nice. Such a practical prize. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait till holiday season. Yeah, that's called, it's like Advent calendar season. I call it sweeper season. Some people call it carpal tunnel season because you are just like, it's all day, every day, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And I'm wondering if TikTok's going to be in there this year. Oh yeah, there you go. Bill just said that. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, websites from different promotions. Try them all, see what works for you. And that's why tracking them is very good. Oh, see, Diane, that's very good. I used to do that. But that's why tracking them is very good, because you do get to see the patterning. Oh, I never win December contests. I stopped entering. I had, but the problem is this last December, even though they were great, I don't have the focus. I've been working on getting all these books out. So last December, I was working on prizes everywhere. And I've been focusing on the writing. For some reason, this one has been taking me so much longer to get written. So what I did was I stopped for a bit because I've got goals, and it's to publish a couple of books this year. So I stopped, and I'm actually working on, there you go. I'm working on this book. This way Instagram can see it too. I'm working on Helene's book, Confessions of an 83-Year-Old Sage. Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm backwards on Instagram. I wonder if I can change the camera. I don't want to touch it though, in case I screw it up. But I'm doing layout right now for this book, and that will get that one published, and then I can go back to prizes everywhere, and it'll get me another income stream because, that's how I feed myself. Too many people enter the holiday contest, I find. Yeah, the summer sweepstakes, lots of fun, lots of grills. And you know what? 20 years I've been entering, I've never won a barbecue. I won my first TV, and they gave me the choice of the TV or Visa gift cards, and I really wanted the TV. But my goals this year were to get out of debt and to upgrade all the equipment. And George goes, I'll tell you what, get ahead, and then the next TV keep, but this time take the Visa gift cards, use them towards your goals. So I did. So I used one, they sent it in 2 Visa gift cards. The first one I used to pay down some bills, and the second one, bought my chair. Oh, it's funny. That's weird. I can see it better on Instagram than I can see on Facebook and the other with this camera. But yeah, it's got this nice headrest. I love it. Actually, I can position it too. Like I just put it up like that. This was like one of the best prizes. So I used it practically. Oh, Rachel says, I entered a lot of Instagram sweeps and they flagged me, won't let me enter for 24 hours. So weird. Not sure what I did wrong. Yeah. Cheryl says you're tagging too fast. Yeah. Okay. So here's my Instagram strategy. Other people have other strategies. I only tag, depending on the prize, 5, 10, or maybe up to 20 people if it's super amazing and I really want to win. And that's it. Because I figure if I'm going to win, I'm going to win. And I've never been in Instagram jail with that strategy. Never. And I just go and I just do them one after another. But because maybe I'm only entering 5, I don't know. So, Ashley says, hoping to win a trip or money this year. Yeah, everybody. I know, right? I think all of us are itching for trips because, how can I tell which trip contests are legit? Well, first of all, if it's from a big company, like for example, Canada Dry and Pepsi are doing their big pin code hunting or big pin code contest this year. I'm going hunting for codes. If you win a trip Pepsi's giving away a trip to Whistler. If Pepsi calls you, you have won a trip. It's legit. And other companies, there's Disney is open to Canada and the US right now. If you post pictures on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, if you go read those rules, you can enter every day, different pictures, and you have to use the hashtags. Yeah, if Disney calls you, you have won that trip. That's really legitimate. Some of them could be, there was a couple that were timeshares. You have to just be careful. They may be giving away the prize, but the odds of winning are so bad that I don't enter. Right. So Sarah says the one in the mall, the car giveaways are, they're legal. They are actually giving away a car, but the odds of winning are close to the same with the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes, which is like literally in the hundreds of millions. Your odds of winning are so bad. And that's where you're going to get all the spam. So always enter with a sweepstakes aggregate. I win contests, Sweetie Sweeps. There's all kinds. There's Contest Girl. There's Sweep Sheet. There's Sweeping Sweepstakes Advantage, Sweepstakes Today. There's tons of them. There's red flag deals. There's contestcanada.net. There's just so many. I believe KOA is giving away one right now, if I'm not mistaken. I need to do the Pepsi contest. The Pepsi contest is almost over. You got to get in on that one. It ends on the 7th of August. So you basically got 2 weeks, but it only takes one to win. And, so that's the other thing I've noticed. So in 2019, they started usually the first week of May and they ran all the way till the end of August. Actually, Pepsi ran into the first week of September. So Pepsi was 16 weeks. Canada Dry ran to the end of August. This year, Pepsi ends August 7th. Why does my camera keep doing that? It freezes. And it ends August 7th, and then Canada Dry ends August 15th. They have shorted them up. That saves the money. They're giving away less prizes. So, they've shortened them up. Bonna says, hang on. She says, I've tagged more than, she's on Instagram. I've tagged more than 5, up to 15, never been blocked. Zigzag back and forth from contests. Right. So that's good strategy. Bondcap says, thanks. She says an entry to the Chum FM for the grand prize is a condo harbor. She says, I won an entry to the Chum FM for the grand prize of a condo at the Friday Harbor. Oops. I'm doing it. I'm in on that one too. I haven't said anything. Oh no, I don't want to cancel the live video. How do I stop the comment though? Oh my God, what have I just done on Instagram? I don't know how to get it back. Okay. Pin comment, report comment. No, I don't want to report a comment. I want to get out of the comments. Okay, I don't know what I've done. She says, I've in an entry for the Chum FM for the grand prize is a condo at Friday Harbor. Yeah, I've got I'm in that one too. And we were in to win a backyard makeover, but they didn't draw George this morning. I told him, you better have your phone on. You better answer it. So, okay, yeah. So check out, let's go back to, someone said Sweepstakes Bible. So yeah, I have a list of all the aggregates in Canada and the US. Yeah, Sweepstakes Bible's another one. There's literally dozens of them. So you go and you find, what I tell people is go and check them all out. If you're new and you don't have an aggregate you like, go check them all out. Then find one you like. When you're having fun and you enjoy the platform, that's when you're going to win. If it starts to feel like work, you got to change something. Okay, so yeah, so what happened was, when did you text roughly to get a call back? They never call me back. You hear the code word, you text, and then you just hope they do for the random draw. And I've been texting for years, and this is the first time I've ever got a call back. So, luck of the draw. So, and I think it was because I was vibrating, believe it or not, vibrating really high that day. I was out pin code hunting in the morning, and my fellow pin code hunting buddy showed up, and I hadn't seen him in over a year. Clearly 2 years. It'd been 2 years since I'd seen him, because I never saw him at all in 2020. And so I hadn't seen him since 2019, and I wanted to give him a hug, but I couldn't. But we stood in the street and talked for a while, and that was just so nice. And I think because I was so happy all day, that's why I got a call back, honestly. And I think that's how you win at sweepstakes. Like Helene says, you select it, you project it, you expect it, you collect it. She leaves out the action part in the middle there. Like, you can't just sit on your couch and hope it. So yeah, it's more than positive energy. It's you're just in the zone. She has a whole chapter on the difference between desire and knowing, and I had a hard time with that one, because I'm like, and I think I kind of got it that day, because I was just in a good mood, and I wasn't really focused on it. I was just doing my thing. I was listening for code words. I was entering. I had the pin codes. I was entering, But here's the other thing. I think sometimes I make mistakes. Like, I haven't received a single Pepsi prize, like, for my instant wins. And now I'm scared that I might have answered the skill testing questions. So in Canada, we have to answer skill testing questions. And I'm scared that when I first entered, because you fill out the form and you answer the skill testing question, and then I won a bunch of instant prizes. I won like one of everything. Well, not the big prizes, the bucket hat, the gift card, a case of Pepsi, the small stuff. None of it has arrived in the mail. So now I'm starting to think, did I even answer that question right? Like, did I screw that up? And now I'm not going to get any of those instant prizes? Yeah. Carolyn makes mistakes. Ha. Yeah. Right? So I was thinking, so I started entering George instead of me. So I went and I made sure. Now I'm like trying to win at least one of everything, because then at least I'll have them in case I really screwed it up. I won first year. Oh, fun. Oh, yeah, Hershey's fun. They used to be a mini convention there, so we used to go every fall. It was awesome. I will mail you my penny, Mr. Mini speaker thingle. Oh, my God, you know what? I don't need. I think it's kind of like this, right? I have one from Monster. I have so many little thingies. And then I have my Monster headset. My little Monster, the earbuds, I love this. It's magnetized. That's from collecting the Monster tabs. Oh, I'm going to be giving away a free tarot reading since my site's up and running. Oh, message me. If it's up before the end of before my contest starts, we should give one away during my contest, and maybe someone can get a reading to see if they're going to win something big. That would be fun. Round with the cherries on it. Oh, like the new, yeah. That's really cool. There's lots of fun stuff to be won. yeah, so there's, and you know what? I think I screwed up the comments on Instagram, and now I don't know how to get back. And I don't even know if I'm streaming on Instagram anymore. I froze the comments somehow. Oh well. Call you now. Your fortune's just a phone call away. That's funny. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Oh, we won 2 sets of Hershey tickets. 4 too many now. See, that's what I do with extra tickets. I'll give them to friends that have kids and stuff. So sometimes we'll all go. And so, or to the neighbors or to whoever. And they love it. It's great. So, and then sometimes, like one time, I had tickets to like Canada's Wonderland, and I had 4 tickets, but my daughter only found 1 friend to bring. And her mother was supposed to come, but the last minute her mother couldn't come. So there was only 3 of us. So I took the girls and we went up to Canada's Wonderland, but I hate wasting an extra ticket. So there was people in line waiting to buy tickets. So I went up to them and said, does anybody want an extra ticket? Like, it'll save you some money, right? And everyone's like, no. They're all looking at me like, what's the catch? Someone goes, well, I'll take it. And I'm like, okay, here you go. And I just hand them the ticket and I start to walk away. And everyone's like, wait, you don't want any money? I'm like, no, it's not a scam. The guy behind me is like, well, I would have said yes. I'm like, well, you didn't say yes. You thought it was a scam. I had 4 tickets gifted to me. I only needed 3. I feel like paying it forward. She said yes. She got the ticket. There's no scam. I don't want money. She has to buy some tickets, but now she's just going to save herself some money for 1 ticket. Right? So, oh, okay. Are you in a local contest group to meet face-to-face? My group is dissolving. Yeah, I do have a little group here, but I have the virtual contest club meetings. So the next one is August. I had to move it because my client was doing a live stream. So I think I had to move it to the 7th. It was the 6th, and I moved it to the 7th because he's doing a live stream on the 6th. So I think it's on the 7th. So if you go to contestqueen.com and scroll down and find virtual contest club meetings and click on it, or go look at the calendar under events, you'll find it. Oh, April said she can use some tagging buddies, so go find the comment for her. Oh, I wish I had yeah, right? But Bill comes to my virtual ones when he can. Oh, Mary Ellen said she went to the Virginia Beach Prize Patrol Sweepers group meeting. It was the first time there. I had a lot of fun. The group was really nice. Oh, my God. I love Rhett. Rhett runs that one, right? I went and stayed with Rhett. She was in high-stakes sweepers. And, oh, my God, did we have fun. She told me stories about conventions and sweepstakes and all these things that happened to her over the years. Oh, right. Shannon says we do that with extra fare tickets and get the same reaction. Oh, I wish we had that one on this side of Virginia. Yeah, it sounds like a road trip for you, Scott. I don't know how far that is. Oh, yes, it's Rhett, and she's a real hoot. If you haven't seen High Stakes Sweepers, go to my YouTube channel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're refereeing in spandex. Yeah, Bill is a ref, as you can probably tell by his little picture. So he missed the last contest club meeting. But I try to alternate them. So sometimes I have them on a weekend in the day because some people can't come at night. And then I try to change the evenings of the week. So one night's a Monday, one time it's a Thursday. And the reason I do that is you might always have like a Thursday night, I don't know, bowling league. Not that anybody's meeting anymore, but you know what I mean? Like if you have a regular thing or you have a night school or you have your kids or something, I try to mix up the time so that everyone has a chance to come. So that's it. So I'm going to wrap this up. Oh my God, it's 9:22. So I'm going to wrap this up, and I have no idea what I did with Instagram. It totally froze. Oh, well. It's not perfect, but it's, you can't wait till you're perfect to keep going or to try something. Like I said, I might have screwed up on the Pepsi one. I can't believe I might have done that, but then there was nothing in today's mail. I'm just going to keep entering George until something shows up, and then I feel confident. But, I started a coupon group for Central Texas. It's brand new. It's only 2 weeks there. I'll go hunt down Rochelle. Yeah, practice makes perfect. You can't wait for perfect to start moving forward in this world. You know, it's like watching a little kid learning how to ski, right? They fall down, they get up, they fall down, they get up, they fall down, they get up, and by the middle of the afternoon, they're bee-bombing down the hill. So we just have to do the same thing. We just have to keep trying, and eventually, like, at one point I was doing a video and I had a really rickety table, and every time I touch it, the whole thing would shake. And my client, he's like, what are you doing? Like, you're like proper equipment and stuff. And I'm like, well, if I wait till it's perfect, I'm never going to do it. I just got to get out there. Oh, see, Holly says $1,000 Smart Apple prize pack in the mail. That's it. I think that was $1,000 check. Good for you. That's good. Anyway, yeah, and tag me in your wins. I love hearing, or just send me a message. I love hearing what people win. It just makes me so happy, because that's the whole purpose of this, right? Like, yeah, I like winning stuff, but there is enough prizes for everybody. There really is. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Multi-billion-dollar industry. There's enough prizes for everybody. So there you go. And on that note, until next month, and go check my calendar and see what else you want to hang out with me for. Bye.